We're going live. We're live. And I was about to drink some coffee. Hey, will say one thing. I'm not going to plug this coffee, but this thermos that I got, thermos, it's the ugliest looking thing, but it'll cook coffee warm for like 4 hours. I guess I shouldn't drink it right now. I need coffee today. But anyway, hey, good mornings, 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I hope you're doing well. And I want to talk to something about, I was reading a posting by Derek Davidson. Um, he's one of my connections in LinkedIn. And he mentioned about managers and things like that. And I was having a conversation. So today I want to talk about the forgotten managers. This whole process of transformation, training, coaching, Scrum Master stuff. They always talk about it, but no one ever really talks about it, let's say. So we're going to talk about it a little bit today. And that's our topic for today, the forgotten managers. And I moved my camera around a little bit there. I tried to get a selfie of this, but it's not working. I have Bubbles laying here. I got Jerry sound asleep snoring. Betty's over here sound asleep snoring. So I'm like encased in pets for furry babies that are here. And of course I go live and Bubbles wakes up. So I want to be on the show. Is this your show? Should I just call it the Bubble Show, Bubbles? Yeah, huh? I think she wants it her show. Anyway, 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And this is our 762nd episode of the show. And just a reminder, I do still have openings for veterans if they want to do some Agile coaching, learn about Agile, Scrum, 6 months, half hour a week. It's flexible, whatever you want. That's like the capacity as far as that goes, availability, time-wise. So tell your friends, share with others. And maybe I'll put an ad out there on LinkedIn for the veterans so that they can take advantage of it. Because I'm still going to offer it until I get all fives filled up. So it's going to be offered until everyone comes in and says they want. Oh, here. Bubbles. Are you happy now, Bubbles? She's over here. Like, who are you talking to? Come on. Anyway, so what we talk about on the show is Scrum and Agile in a practical and tactical way so you can bring value to your customer, not work those crazy hours there, get home to family and friends and have some fun, right? Because it's all crazy work. So with that being said, let's talk about middle managers or managers. If you hear less like, oh, get rid of all the managers, I'm like, ooh, I really don't want to do that. They do a lot of stuff. And they're really important to the organization and to the teams. And I have had managers in the past, like they don't know what to do. Greg, what's my job in this agile world? If everyone's, self-motivated or they're doing their own thing and I'm not supposed to tell them how to scratch their butt, kind of things like that. I said it every minute of the day, when they should go to the bathroom. What do? I don't do that anymore. Well, there's a lot managers do and can do. But one I want to talk about, the forgotten managers. Every time I see consultants come in, I see training programs, whether it be Safe or Safe tries to more than other ones. Less definitely doesn't do it. Scrum, Agile stuff, whatever, Cal's program. They try, they kind of leave it out. I think even in when we talk about Scrum Guide, they always talk about all coaching up and outside the organization, outside the team, from a Scrum Master perspective. And most Scrum Masters don't coach the managers either. They think their job is just to coach the teams, and it's a mistake. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a really bad mistake too, and it's a tough one because a lot of managers, when you do a transformation, they're still caught up in the old way of thinking, where it's waterfall, where you do debrief so they can debrief their boss and they can debrief their boss and so on and so forth and go up the chain with the briefings. And they also think the whole way they got to be managers, they're really good at their job. Theory, really good at their job. And the way they got there was they would just tell everyone how to do it so they can maintain the existing process, which we know is like, but that's not how you make money, by maintaining the existing. You make money by producing new stuff and just collecting revenue from the old stuff, to be honest with you. So what is it that they miss? I was working with this a coach the other day, and we're building up something like we can offer organizations as coaches. And I'm like, why don't you offer coaching to the managers, right? They're getting ready to transform. Why not have half-hour sessions with them every week, every other week, whatever? I prefer every week with anybody I coach. Um, to get them into what is it? Answer questions, just have conversations. What are their concerns about? What are their thoughts? What are their fears? All that stuff that should happen. And all these organizations that come into these corporate situations, there are small businesses. They so focus on training the teams. They so focus on the leadership, the high level stuff, and the middle level, the managers who are still requested to do stuff, right? And what I try to say is that, and one of the things I had a manager who did a great job connecting me with all the scrum masters and all everything like that. But he tried to sneak out. I'm like, well, wait a minute, come back here. Let's have our coaching session. So I'm going out there, reaching out as an agile coach, grabbing them, bringing it in, and said, no, you and I are going to have one-on-ones because I want to make sure you're in a good spot during this agile transformation. And that's very important. And so many places don't do that. They just go, oh, let's talk about all the scrum masters. Let's just talk about the product owners. Let's talk about the teams. But no one ever talks about the managers that are in charge of making things move and get rid of roadblocks and really have these conversations across the organizations. And they're forgotten, which is a real shame because they can make teams' life miserable hell. I'll be honest with you. Or they could just put so many roadblocks in and do stuff that teams get tired. And then they also fill up their time with all these meetings and everything. They don't have time for the teams, right? They get so years ago I worked on a big plant, had an electrical engineer, and we would chat because I chat as a program manager. I would chat with everyone, make sure they're doing okay, see where I could help them because in the long run they're going to help me, and I'm going to ask them for a favor. To be honest with you, so by helping them helps me and building a rapport. They let me know when things are wrong, going bad, and I got to go fix something. So we talk. He had, I want to say 60. I think it was between 45 and 60 electrical engineers underneath him. I go, how the hell do you do yearly reviews? Like, I don't know. But if you have that many people, think about it. If you have 40 hours in a week and you have 60, you can maybe do half-hour sessions with all your people, and then it'll take you what, 30 of those 40 hours gives you 10 hours to do all the other stuff you have to do. When are you going to meet with your people on a one-on-one basis? You can't, right? So a lot of times I end up coaching a lot of them on how to free up time and where they need to be, how to make decisions so they can help their people and help them grow as an individual. So it's not just well, let's do an annual review once a year. Let's do a 6-month check-in. I think that's the most asinine idea in the world. You should be, as a manager, be able to go meet people. And I help coach them do that, right? How to facilitate that, how to facilitate their schedules. And I got to go every level, to be honest with you, because some levels think they know what they're doing. They really don't. So I go all the way up and down the chain from the scrum masters and product owners to their bosses and their bosses' bosses and try to set up meetings with them on a regular basis. So I just wanted to emphasize that. Schedule one-on-ones. If you're a scrum master, I know it's scary to death to go talk to your manager and do one-on-ones, but someone's got to do it. Or ask an agile coach to do it, or say, hey, are you doing meetings with the managers? Those are the kind of things that you need to do. You need to have those one-on-ones. And I treat them the same way as I treat all my other teams. I give them a coaching agreement, how everything's going to be personal and private and between the two of us and what we talk about. So that's the one thing that just these people just don't do. And when I was reading Derek's message about managers and how people try to trash them, they're not evil people. They're trying to get a job. They want to get their pay. They get their promotion, their benefits, and a lot of times organizations have benefits that are anti-agile. Question is, can you make HR change to fix that? It's a long lifetime of work. There's a ton of work out there to be done. That's why I can talk about Agile every day forever. But anyway, take care of those managers. If they're not getting the training they need, and it's not just like, oh, let's do a cows train. But though I will say, I do like the cows. I guess it's pals. If you're scrum.org, it's pal. And if you're scrum.org, it's cal, right? Training for leaders and how to be leaders in an agile organization. I think that's good because it gives them a perspective that's not just from me. And what does Greg know? Well, why don't you go take this class? They wrote a whole class on how to be an agile leader, what it takes to be an agile leader. Sometimes having them go to those classes helps build that trust and that rapport between an agile coach and a manager. So that's what I have for today. Apparently, someone's texting me, so I gotta go. I want to wish you the best. And again, veterans got spots for 5 people to take on from coaching engagements. If you're interested, I'll put an ad up. I'll put an ad up for veterans over on LinkedIn. And have a great day. Enjoy. Have some fun. Holidays coming up for us here in the States. Hopefully it'll be a good one. And you have fun with your family and friends. Take care. Bye. See ya.